Good morning. I am Devasena. In this lecture, we are going to discuss about block diagram reduction solved problems part 1. This topic is present in the subject control system. Block diagram reduction part 1. Using block diagram reduction technique, find closed loop transfer function CFS by RFS shown in figure below. Here is a representation for the given problem. In this problem, we are going to determine the closed loop transfer function CFS by R of S. Identifying summing points and feedback loops in the given problem. Here is a problem. In this problem, now we have to identify the summing points as well as the feedback loops. Here we are having summing point S1, another summing point S2, the third summing point S3, and we are having feedback loop 1 and feedback loop 2. We have to identify these summing points and feedback loops. Then we have to start using the rules and reduce this given problem. Now we have to identify the blocks in cascade and blocks in parallel. Here we have the blocks G1 and G4 are in cascade. These two blocks G1 and G4 are connected to the summing point S2. Now this is the identification. Blocks G2 and G3 are in parallel. These two blocks G2 and G3 are connected to the summing point S3. Now step 1. Combine the blocks G1 and G4 which are in cascade and combine the blocks G2 and G3 which are in parallel as shown in figure below. This is the diagram. By using the rules, blocks in cascade, we can combine G1 and G4 blocks to as one. That is, these two blocks are multiplied with each other in order to get G1, G4. Similarly, the blocks G2 and G3 are in parallel. So we can use the rule combine the blocks in parallel by adding the two blocks G2 and G3 and make it as a single block G2 plus G3. This is indicated in this diagram. By eliminating feedback loop 1, the summing point S2 gets eliminated. This is the representation. Here in this diagram, this indicates feedback loop 1. First we have to eliminate the inner feedback loop. Then we have to eliminate the outer feedback loop. 1 indicates that feedback loop 1. By eliminating this feedback loop means the summing point S2 gets eliminated. This is indicated in the diagram. Now combine the blocks G1 G4 divided by 1 plus G1 G4 H1 and G2 plus G3 which are in cascade as shown in figure below. Eliminate feedback loop 2. This is the diagram. Here we have to eliminate the feedback loop 2. By eliminating the feedback loop 2, the summing point S1 can be eliminated. In this diagram, a negative feedback of H2 is applied to this circuit. So we have to eliminate this feedback loop 2. Steps for eliminating the feedback loop 2. This is the value for eliminating feedback loop 2. C of s by R of s is equal to G of s divided by 1 plus G of s into H of s. In this diagram, the G of s value is G1 G4 divided by 1 plus G1 G4 H1 close the bracket into G2 plus G3. This is our G of s value. If we want to eliminate the feedback loop, means the formula is G of s divided by 1 plus G of s H of s. This is the formula for eliminating negative feedback loop. So here the value of G of s is G1 G4 divided by 1 plus G1 G4 H1 into open bracket G2 plus G3 close bracket. This is our G of s value. So G of s divided by 1 plus G1 G4 divided by 1 plus G1 G4 H1 close the bracket into G2 plus G3 close the bracket, the whole term into H2. So this is our C of s by R of s. We have to simplify this equation by cancelling the term 1 plus G1 G4 H1 which is present both in the numerator as well as in the denominator. After eliminating this term, we get the value of C of s by R of s is equal to G1 G4 into G2 plus G3 close the bracket, the whole divided by open bracket 1 plus G1 G4 H1 close the bracket plus G1 G4 into G2 plus G3 close the bracket into H2. This is our value of C of s by R of s after eliminating the feedback loop 2. Finally, C of s by R of s is equal to G1 G4 close the bracket into open bracket G2 plus G3 close the bracket, the whole divided by open bracket 1 plus G1 G4 H1 close the bracket plus open bracket G1 G4 into G2 plus G3 close the bracket into H2. This is the answer for the given block diagram. Problem 2. Determine the transfer function C of s by R of s of the system shown in by block diagram reduction method. This is the given problem. For this problem, we are going to determine the transfer function C of s by R of s with the help of block diagram reduction techniques. Step 1. Shifting the summing point S2 before the block G1 and shifting the takeoff point T2 after the block G4 for the given block diagram. This is the given block diagram. In this step, we are going to shift the summing point S2 as well as the takeoff point T2 with the help of the reduction technique. That is, the summing point S2 is going to be shifted before the block G1. Similarly, the takeoff point T2 is going to be shifted after the block G4. After shifting the summing point S2 before the block G1 and shifting the takeoff point T2 after the block G4, the block diagram is shown below. This is the block diagram. Here, if the summing point S2 is shifted before the block G1 means a new block is being introduced. That is, 1 by G1 block is being introduced to the summing point. Similarly, if the takeoff point T2 is takeoff point T2 is shifted after the block G4 means a new block 1 by G4 is included as shown here. Step 2. Now the blocks 1 by G1, H3, 1 by G4 are in cascade. So we have to combine these blocks 1 by G1, H3 and 1 by G4 with the help of the rule combine the blocks which are in cascade and exchanging the summing points and the takeoff points using associative law. After that, Combining the series blocks, we get the block diagram shown below. This is the block diagram after combining the blocks 1 by G1, H3, 1 by G4 which are in cascade. Then we have G1, G2 blocks in cascade, G3, G4 blocks in cascade. Now we have exchanged the summing point and takeoff point as shown here. So we have 3 feedback loops. Feedback loop 1 is indicated here, feedback loop 2 is indicated here, and feedback loop 3 is indicated here. This is the representation of the block diagram after simplifying these. Now we are going to eliminate the inner feedback loops 1 and 2. After eliminating this inner feedback loops 1 and 2, the diagram will be like this. So here is the representation for after eliminating the feedback loop 1. In this feedback loop, we have applied a negative feedback to this. So after eliminating this negative feedback, we have got the value G1, G2 divided by 1 plus G1, G2, H1 block. Similarly, after eliminating the feedback loop 2, we have the block like this. That is, here also we have applied a negative feedback. So after eliminating this feedback loop 2, we have a block G3, G4 divided by 1 plus G3, G4, H2. These feedback loops have been eliminated with the help of the rules eliminating the feedback loop. Step 4. Now combine the blocks in cascade. This is one block. This block comprises of the value G1, G2 divided by 1 plus G1, G2, H1. This is another block G3, G4 divided by 1 plus G3, G4, H2. Now these two blocks are in cascade. So we have to combine these blocks which are in cascade. Step 4 continued. After combining the blocks in cascade, we have the block. That is, if the blocks are in cascade means we have to multiply the blocks. Here G1, G2 divided by 1 plus G1, G2, H1 block and G3, G4 divided by 1 plus G3, G4, H2. These two blocks are in cascade. So we have used the rule combining the blocks in cascade. Then after combining the blocks in cascade, we have G1, G2, G3, G4 the whole divided by open bracket 1 plus G1, G2, H1 close bracket, then again open bracket 1 plus G3, G4, H2. Step 5. Now we have a feedback loop 3, and this feedback loop 3 is connected to the summing point S1. We have to eliminate this feedback loop 3. The feedback loop 3 is having a negative feedback. This negative feedback is applied to the summing point S1. Already to the summing point S1, RFS signal is applied. This is indicated in the diagram. Step 5 continued. In the feedback path, we have the block H3 divided by G1, G4. This block is applied to the summing point which is having a negative sign. So we are going to eliminate the feedback loop 3 with the help of that G of s divided by 1 plus G of s H of s formula. Here G of s is having the value G1, G2, G3, G4 divided by 1 plus G1, G2, H1 into 1 plus G3, G4, H2. And H of s is having the value H3 divided by G1, G4. So after eliminating this feedback loop 3, we have the value C of s by R of s is equal to G1, G2, G3, G4 divided by 1 plus G1, G2, H1 into 1 plus G3, G4, H2. This is our G of s value. The whole divided by 1 plus G1, G2, G3, G4 by 1 plus G1, G2, H1 into 1 plus G3, G4, H2 close bracket into, and the H of s value is H3 divided by G1, G4. Now we have to simplify the value C of s by R of s. So in the numerator we are having G1, G2, G3, G4 divided by 1 plus G1, G2, H1 into 1 plus G3, G4, H2. And in the denominator we are having 1 plus G1, G2, G3, G4 divided by 1 plus G1, G2, H1 into 1 plus G3, G4, H2 into H3 divided by G1, G4. We have to take the LCM and we have to cancel the term 1 plus G1, G2, H1 into 1 plus G3, G4, H2, which is present both in the numerator as well as in the denominator. So we get C of s by R of s is equal to G1, G2, G3, G4 divided by open bracket 1 plus G1, G2, H1 close bracket open bracket 1 plus G3, G4, H2 plus G2, G3, H3. Thank you very much for listening this lecture. If you like this video means you can share this video to your friends and kindly subscribe this channel.